Welcome to the Comedy Here Often podcast. I'm your host, Kevvy. This week on the show, we have Steve McMath and Henok Meresa. Who do you think is the biggest roast bomb ever? Oh, I know. The Situation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, on the Donald Trump roast. And it's funny.
It was so bad that they had to leave in all the bombs instead of cutting them.
Yeah, because they will do a really long set and cut it down to under 10 jokes.
They can't save it, yeah.
Well, they also do they do jokes multiple times.
Yeah.
Like, if it bombs or, like, gets a wrong reaction or something, they'll make them do it again. And
so you have to listen to that bomb twice?
Yeah. So he probably did his jokes a few times.
And that's not to be mean, that's just to try and get a better joke of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
or,
have
like,
to know.
if you're, like, looking away or, like, you have, like, a weird continuity thing.
I noticed the edits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you ever wonder where you're like, how do you not know that's a bad joke?
Because they're not comedians.
But who's reacted? But you're like, but who in your life has reacted enough to what you just said that you can keep saying that?
Jersey Shore girls.
I guess. Yeah. He's in prison now for sure, right?
You think you couldn't make Ronnie laugh?
Is it weird? No. Is it weird that he's in prison not for something better? Like, I think it's just for not paying taxes.
No, yeah, he didn't. He Wesley Snipes it.
Yeah.
Is he in prison right now?
I think so. For tax evasion, yeah. I like how you keep calling him the Sitch.
Yeah.
You're nicknaming his nickname.
Yeah, the Sitch.
No, he doesn't have those abs anymore. He doesn't get to be this situation.
Does he not?
No. Or do you think he's ever like, I'm in a situation?
He lost those in the settlement.
Didn't he have like a reality show with his wife?
No, for sure not married.
Yeah.
Young Alexi, can you look up if The Situation...
Just Google Sitch show.
Yeah. I actually fucking like love those stupid ass shows. Like
Jersey Shore?
Yeah. And The Hills. And
never watched
The Circle, the new one, is the best.
Someone described it
as
not
the best.
Really?
It's amazing.
It's reality TV?
Yeah, but it's a game show. And so it's 8 people all in the same apartment, and you can see them all in the windows, but they never meet. And they just talk over this social media thing that was created for the show called The Circle.
Yeah.
So it's a group chat, it's profiles, and then it's DMs. And 2 of the 8 people are catfish, and you have to find out who it is by the end of the show. And at the end of every episode, there's a ranking of best to worst. Everybody votes best to worst, and the person who comes in first and second get to become the influencers, and they get to vote one person off. Okay. And then that person gets to go meet face-to-face one person of their choosing and send a video chat. And so most of the time it's like, yeah, that motherfucker's a catfish for sure. And then they do the video, then they're like, what? It was real the whole time.
Okay. This is you explaining it to us. Imagine explaining it to executives to pitch this, and they're like, this is insane. None of this makes sense. Why are we catfishing people? Why are we paying for them to live
this
together?
is how they pitched it. They walked in, they were like, social media, the show.
Yeah.
You know how reality TV is garbage and people love it? How about if we added more garbage?
Yeah.
But that's reality shows anyway. Why does anyone care about the cast of Jersey Shore? They're a bunch of idiots. So put a bunch of idiots in one house together. These guys are using the skill of deception.
That's
and
fair.
I'm impressed by it.
Fair.
Yeah, but
I'm here for it.
Jersey Shore was compelling because they were idiots.
Yeah.
But they were succeeding.
Yeah, because of the show.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, they were heroes.
Yeah.
So this is the bar right now. You either produce the worst thing on TV or it's perfect.
It's idiocracy.
It's Game of Thrones to The Circle. That's it. Right? Like, people only back something if they're like...
And I prefer the
best.
Circle.
Yeah.
For sure.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
I couldn't like it. I really tried. I watched like 7 episodes,
it's
and I was
not
like,
as magic-y as people.
It's the most boring thing for me. I don't know what it is. I just don't like fantasy stuff.
But so many people got catfished.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
I'll try it again. I want to like it. I want to like that. I want to like Star Wars. I want to like Lord of the Rings.
Oh, you're just,
I can't.
You're too cool. Hey, it's too
I'm
cool.
not too cool.
Wait,
I don't like magic and elves and dragons.
But do you want to like those, or do you think you should like them because like you want to be cool?
No, it's not that I want to be cool. It's that I want to understand the hype. And
you know what, though? It's childhood-based, really.
Yeah.
Because you never had any of those books, or you were hanging out, with crackheads.
I was hanging out with crackheads, absolutely. Still do.
Yeah, you were on the streets.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You guys are the furthest thing from crackheads. I don't think you've ever done... I think I'm the only one who's done crack.
Oh, for sure.
I took the bus here, so I was pretty close to crackheads on the way here. It's crazy when you go from downtown to East Hastings on the bus. The number of people sleeping gradually increases until the whole bus is it's like a night bus.
It's a slumber bus.
It's like sleeping and karate goes way up.
But the turn from regular neighborhood to East Hastings, you're like, oh, this was quick.
Yeah.
Like night and day.
Yeah.
To just garbage everywhere, people laying around, and you're like, I was just sitting there being like, oh, this is how I know nothing about policy and just government, where I'm like, I don't know how to change this or where you start, so I'm just gonna drive to where I need to and forget it.
No. Next time I'm just gonna take an Ambien before I leave the house.
Yeah, so you can
and
fit
by the
in.
time I get to like whatever that street is,
Yeah, so you can fit in.
by the time I get to Japantown, I'll be asleep.
Yeah, and then you just go take a nap in Burger King.
yeah.
What do you think? What fast food restaurant do you think has the most people sleeping in it? I think A&W.
No, for sure, Burger King.
Burger King
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure, Burger King.
Yeah.
There's an A&W on Granville Street that consistently has someone taking a nap in the front corner with their phone charging.
What? Like the same person?
No, just always. Every time I walk by, I'm like, I wonder if someone's gonna be taking a nap there with their phone charging. And usually,
But imagine having to deal with like kicking the people out and people also saying you don't deserve more. They're like, no.
yeah.
$11 an hour and you gotta clean these needles. You're like, please. You're like, no.
Oh man, yeah. You're probably right. Burger King. I had an argument with Andrea, Jen, and Levi about the hierarchy of fast food, and they say Burger King is the very bottom. I disagree with that.
I don't know if it's the very bottom.
I said Mr. Sub is at the bottom.
Yeah.
Or Arby's.
Burger King gets invited to the table with the bigwigs, but is not respected. So like, he's on the panel with McDonald's, and they're just like, "Come on, you know you're doing the poor man version of us."
It's funny because Andrea's like, McDonald's is the worst. And then and then later she's like, actually, McDonald's is the best.
Yeah. When people name their top fast foods, nobody ever mentions McDonald's, but you have to give it up for the hits. They're the biggest. They've stayed consistent. They have the most. They have the most stores still.
Yeah.
McDonald's is number one.
They win on fries. That's the only thing I'll give
Big
them.
Mac, baby.
No.
Big Mac, baby.
Their food's pretty bad.
No. It's perfect. it's
But wait, you're gonna rate them higher than Taco Bell?
I can't know if you're joking or not.
No, he watched me buy
No.
$60 worth of Taco Bell in 2 days.
Taco Bell is somewhere near the bottom, I think.
It's
No,
Because
Taco
you just
Bell's
wish.
up there.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. I'm thinking of Taco Time.
Yes, Taco Time.
Taco Time's
Time's
bad.
getting away. Taco Time's getting away pretending to be Taco Bell.
That's true.
Drunk people are getting confused.
Yeah.
Love Taco Bell.
But also, when we went to Taco Bell, the cashier gave Henok his food, and then he asked for napkins. Mm-hmm. And then the guy slid napkins out, and when Henok grabbed them, he touched his hand.
Yeah,
He put his hand on his hand, and he was like,
Small
he
town
was like,
boy wanted to risk it all
he
for
was
me.
like, you have a great day.
How did you handle that?
I just walked away, and I was like, I hope nobody noticed. And I sit back down, and Steve goes, "So you gonna fuck that guy?" Or what?
It was so
Valid question.
sensual.
Yeah.
The whole time, and he made sure to help me every time I was in line. You know, like you can time it. You're like, okay, that till takes that person. And he's
Yeah.
like, I'll help you. I was like, fuck.
Oh no, he's
Yeah.
in love with you, dude. Love at first sight.
Young buck, baby.
Yeah, I know. When you're as attractive as you even in a fast food.
You know what?
place.
Every so often, I'll get a tip to the hat from a gay dude I was not expecting.
Really?
Yeah. It's always a very young. Just like, wow.
I don't even think that guy was gay, though.
Yeah.
Oh, you think he just wanted a
I think.
friend?
No, he's
Yeah.
he wanted to try it out on you.
Yeah, where are we? If he wasn't, okay, this is the thing that I always think is funny when you're friends with a dude and they want to hang out like a lot. They're like, hey, we should do stuff. You're like,
Yeah, they're excited to get
Yeah.
some quality time.
and it freaks
Yeah, what's
me
that
out.
feel like?
But it freaks me out
Oh,
more.
Steve.
But it freaks me out more because you're like, you're not trying to fuck me, right? You're like, why do you want to hang out every day? And why are you weird when I cancel? You know, you're like,
Oh,
it turns
man.
out I'm busy. They're like,
I have
upset.
a lot of needy male friends
you?
whose feelings get really hurt if I don't check in.
Oh, that's interesting.
I hate it.
I'm always like, life happens. And then when they get really upset, you're like, are you trying to be more than something? Because this is a weird
Yeah,
lash.
yeah.
Do
It's
they
like you-
ever try to make a move?
No, I'm afraid though, because of how like
You're
persistent they
afraid they'll make a move?
are. Because I'm not gonna fight
Hey
this.
man,
Uh-oh.
relax, Hanok.
Canceled 2020.
Cancel.
No. I'm saying given the opportunity, it's either an uncomfortable no or I'm wrestling a new friend off of me. Like, what do you?
Yeah. Because if they persist, you have no choice.
Yeah, we're fighting.
Yeah.
Or I'm losing.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're losing and you're having sex now.
But then I'm in love, and I was like, you know what? I should have just started.
You can't just forget about how good of a friend they are.
Yeah, it's like Brokeback, dude, where you didn't know you wanted it, and now it's happening.
Is that the whole premise of the movie?
Yeah, because they're camping, because they're doing... I like how this whole episode is me explaining the premise of things to you guys. So in Brokeback Mountain, basically they get hired to go to some field in the middle of nowhere.
Which one's the influencer?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So,
okay.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Then they have to do this really hard work, and it's so cold where they are, but they have to camp.
Okay.
So they cuddle,
and
then they start getting it on.
And
then Heath Ledger seems like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" And then he just gives in, and they love it. And it's really romantic. And
what
then
are you doing? He's like, I didn't say stop.
He's like, I didn't say stop. And then Jake Gyllenhaal, they have this like winter together, and then they part ways. And then Jake Gyllenhaal meets the woman who played Catwoman in the third Christopher Nolan Batman movie, whose name I can't remember right now.
I thought it was no. Gyllenhaal's
starts
sister
with an
was
A.
in it.
Yeah, Princess Diaries. No.
Oh, real plain, real plain.
I forget her name. But then
then real nothing face.
Not like a Hollywood starlet at all.
Yeah, but you'll see when Anne
Hathaway.
Hathaway.
Yeah. Very
wow,
regular.
you actually beat young Alexi. She is reaching over a table after all. But then they meet, and then Jake Gyllenhaal's character feels like he should try to not be gay, so he marries her and then keeps fucking Heath on the side.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that's seen Brokeback here?
Yeah, for sure. I just knew all the
I've
bits.
only read the screenplay.
By candlelight. It's a good movie.
It slow.
I like how he's like, for my sexuality, I will get married.
Yeah.
But then I'm just going to cheat on you. And she's like, you could have just not.
That has got to happen all the time.
Oh, yeah. More so. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What, gay cheating?
Like a person marries the opposite sex because they feel they have to, and then keeps gay cheating.
Imagine thinking you have to get married.
Yeah.
My first girlfriend has a gay father.
Really?
Yeah. So he had a child before he finally said fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you try. You know what? Because they're like, well, I'll give it a shot. I'll see how it feels. And then you're like, yeah, well, kids wasn't it. For sure.
Listen, guys, I tried.
Yeah.
I gave it the old college try, and turns out I hate my family. I'm going to abandon them.
If anything would make you gayer, it would be having a family. Because that's not even the fun part of being single, right? Like, you're like, this is the worst. This is the worst part of heterosexuality.
Yeah.
Absolutely it is.
Yes. So you're like, oh, I'm done with
great point.
all of you.
The worst part of heterosexuality is having a family.
If I was to explain what the benefit of being a dude is, and I'm like, no, you have a family, you have a kid that even if you do a good job, people are not going to credit you for. They're like, well, that mother.
Yeah.
Least of all the kid.
Yes. And then you also have rules all the time. You're like, no, I can't drink.
Yeah.
I can't fuck guys.
Can't fuck guys anymore.
No, that's secret. That's a big time secret.
But you still can't do it.
Yeah, it's a rule. You just don't abide by it.
How do you not notice when someone's cheating if they come home happier than they've ever been? No, how was your day? What's different about you?
Yeah, you're happy today. I hate it. I got to ruin that tonight.
Yeah,
let's not have sex.
Because it's there's always so much relationship resentment. You're like, how do you not know?
Yeah.
It's the same as I've had friends who didn't know their spouse was addicted to hard substances.
Yeah.
And you're like, how do you not know?
Yeah.
You're like, he spends all day looking out the window thinking people are coming after him. You have no idea. You're like, this is just regular behavior.
That's not every drug addict though. Not everyone's super paranoid. What the?
But there are people who just have they just know I didn't. It's the same with killer movies. That's the big premise of killer movies. They go, nicest guy ever, had no idea.
I agree with that. I don't know how you wouldn't know that
someone's a killer.
Yeah.
Nobody is I thought he was a little weird. He was uncomfortable sometimes. You ever been in an
phony.
elevator with him?
He choked me a lot in bed.
yeah. He's always trying to kill me.
Yeah. Clothing on. Like
Yeah.
we would not even start sex, and his hands would be on my neck.
Like during kissing or something.
I try to. He'd start choking me and be like, "Oh, we're having sex." He'd be like, "Nope."
He's like, "Oh,
What?
No.
What
sure.
are we doing?
No, I'm making breakfast.
Yeah. This is the most sexual episode of this episode.
Is
of
it
this
hot and heavy,
podcast.
baby?"
Yeah, I love it. You always
Yeah.
bring it to the table. By the way, when you were saying that guy put his hand on your hand at,
Yeah.
where was it? Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Taco Bell, yeah.
For
A guy,
napkins.
a cab driver did that to me like 2 years ago.
Really?
And I was in the back, and he reached back and put his hand on my thigh.
No.
And
I think I saw that video on
That's
Pornhub.
way.
Yeah.
Fake taxi?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, I have no money. Doesn't work in this cab,
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah. I'm like, good thing you're doing this because I don't have any money. But we were in the middle.
He touched your hand, you're like, oh,
Were
thank
you
God.
Oh, thank God.
You were alone though.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it was daytime also. It was like, and I know I wasn't drunk or anything. And then he did it to the point where I was on my phone, and I was like, you know what I mean? Like you're just PTSD kicks in.
Yeah.
You're like, this can't actually be happening.
Yeah,
Hell
there's no.
yeah.
And then we're in the middle of nowhere, and I was like, stop the cab. And he was like, what? And I
Wait,
paid
you
him,
processed
and
it?
I tipped him.
No.
I got out and called another cab.
I mean, that is service.
Yeah.
We really shouldn't be downplaying this.
I got molested.
It's so weirdly funny.
No, it is funny.
Daytime, both sober, and he just caught a vibe. He's
he's-
like, oh, the
Yeah.
blonde hair.
And he's like probably 65, no English, just went for it. Yeah.
You know what? Part of me
He
feels,
understood stop the cab. It wasn't the first time that was said to him, I don't think.
Part of me feels bad that whatever country he immigrated from, he couldn't really.
Yeah.
And now he's.
Yeah, he wanted to Brokeback with me. I think.
Yeah.
You're his training wheels.
Yeah, absolutely.
The hand
I
move
find
is weird.
straight dudes try gay shit on me a lot.
Like
Like
they reach behind
they're
you and
like,
kiss you?
Like like my band will play a show and a guy will try and impress his girlfriend by being like, look, this guy's kind of like a girl, and tries to make out with me or something. I'm being crazy. See?
Yeah.
Don't make me your training wheels, sir.
What if we held hands for a little
Yeah,
bit?
it'd be crazy, right?
So dumb.
I've been thinking about that because when a gay dude hits on you,
Mm-hmm.
the instinct is to be like, "No, I'm straight." But like, if you think about it, you get the same like validation than if a girl hits on you.
Yeah, you're attractive.
Yeah.
It's a compliment.
It's great.
So quit being so.
So I just started
stuffy,
fucking
Steve.
guys.
I just
Yeah.
get but I just get weird with compliments through it. Like I'll ruin a compliment
Yeah, me
real
too.
quick.
I also don't know if I'm being flirted with ever, unless the guy's putting his hand on my thigh in the cab.
Yeah.
Then I know.
Yeah. Then you're like, I'm out of this.
I'm
cab
out of here,
now.
man. Yeah, thanks for the offer, though.
Yeah, I guess it's all uncomfortable
Yeah.
because you're like, why? Because the instinct is why.
Well, you guys told me I'm good at accepting compliments once,
Diffusing.
and I said thank you.
Yeah. You're quick to diffuse it. Yeah.
I just said thank you. You just say thank you. So next time you get hit on, just
I
say
always
thank
say
you.
God bless like an asshole.
bless.
Hey, God bless.
No, I always say you can't handle this.
That diffuses it real quick.
Yeah.
Or you down. Someone told me not to downplay it because it makes them feel like an idiot. If they're like, you're like, no, it wasn't that
No,
good.
no,
This is
yeah.
why it wasn't good. And they're like, oh, well, then I just feel dumb standing here.
Yeah.
You mocking me trying to like reach out.
Yeah.
With stand up, it happens the most. Where
Yeah.
they're like, hey, good set. The worst is when you know it was a bad set and they're like, good set. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be your friend ever.
Yeah. It's the handshake when you first show up and see all the people.
Yes.
Like no one really wants to touch you or say hi.
No.
It's just instinct. It's reflex.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel like you should, I guess. What would a good thing when you're coming off stage be if you didn't have a good set for someone to say?
Just don't do the thing that most people do when they know you bombed, and don't make eye
Don't
contact.
make eye
Yeah. I don't exist. I am disgusting. Like I did a show with Shane Priestley, Victoria comic, and I bombed, and he did well. It was like an outside barbecue. It was a party thing, and I was like, let's leave immediately. And he's like, no, I'm going to hang out and get food. And so I stood next to him. I stood next to him while people were like, hey, you were great, and acted like I wasn't even, like I was just a ghost.
That hurts my feelings
yeah,
to
that's
hear.
No, but I needed it. I was like, yeah, for sure.
But that's like it. Those kind of moments will either change your life for like you'll either quit stand-up or work a lot harder, I guess, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure, you also are like, fuck these people forever.
Yeah.
But also, you're like, work hard.
I just listened to Dion Cole, who's a comedian, talk about how there was this Chicago benefit for the basketball player Dwayne Wade put on a benefit, and he had a bunch of comedians on it. And there was just a lot of famous people there, so no one was paying attention to the comedians. So just Hannibal, Dion, all these guys just bombed all night doing 6-minute sets.
Yep.
And then R. Kelly came out to sing, and he bombed. And then Dion Cole's like, good. Now I know. It made me feel good.
Feel it.
R. Kelly bombed?
But they always have, like, at least when you're singing,
Yeah.
you don't need, you're like, I just keep following the words.
Well, R. Kelly apparently, like, had a sing back, call and answer sing-along part, and he put the mic out, and it was just silent.
Okay,
and he
I
was
like
like,
that.
no.
I like that.
I am not. These are platinum hits, you idiot. He started chastising the crowd.
I like when
So
a musician...
funny. I'm gonna do that with my jokes.
The punchline?
Yeah.
Well, you don't know the punchline?
I like
You
when,
idiot.
Call yourself fans?
when a musician tries to be funny and that bombs, you're like, yeah, stay in your lane.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever done shows that have music on them,
Yes.
like interspersed or like?
You know what? What's the worst act you've had to be on a show with? Magic.
Name names.
Magic was bad.
I don't remember his name, but he
no.
was
I don't know if I should say.
No,
but
remember that show
You
we
didn't have
did?
to name names.
Remember that show we did? We had a
I will just say
Magic comedian?
ukuleles.
yes, but we had a magic comedian. He's like, I do magic and comedy. You're like, oh, so you're gonna both things shitty? Like, there's no.
He's
Yeah,
not gonna
yeah,
be good
yeah.
either.
Yeah, he's not gonna have
Yeah.
punchlines. He's not. Gonna
I think
have a
I know
good
who you're
trick.
talking about.
I don't remember his name,
Yeah, me neither.
but I remember.
I
the
don't
show.
even know if he still does it.
For sure.
I had I did a tour. My band did a tour with a comedian opening. You know who it is. I'm not going to name them.
Yes,
but
yes.
They had a rough set and then tried to bail on their set. And we're like, ladies and gentlemen, fake shark. But we weren't ready. So then it was just silent. And I was like, we're not ready.
Go back.
You
out
didn't tell
there.
us.
Oh my god!
You didn't do your time. So
Go back out there.
I don't know where my drummer is. So we can't.
Was it like 5? He was supposed to do 15. Did
Supposed
5.
to do 25, which is way too
That's
long for
tough.
a comedian
Yeah.
opening for 2 bands.
That's tough.
You just got to eat it. You just got to eat it.
And music fans don't give a shit about
no.
laughing.
Yeah. It was rough. And it was also like a weed convention, so everyone was so high.
Yeah.
And then,
How do you bomb with that? Just be ridiculous or do crowd
But
work.
they weren't listening. It was
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
standing too.
Yeah,
And then-
before a concert, you just like mill about.
But it's crazy because my band, we always have comedians open, but I will go out and be like, hey, this person's really funny. Pay attention, Yumi Nagashima, and then she'll come out and they'll really listen.
Yeah.
It needs to be like a context, and the crowd needs to be aware of what they're going to see.
Yeah,
You can't
for
just
sure.
surprise them with a talking guy all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Especially for 25 minutes.
Yeah, but we like not even concert wise, but we'll do that with like dinner.
Just a
Like,
regular-
regular shows
a
are
regular-
just high comedy.
But you totally, and that's so rough on you guys. But even if you're at a stand-up show and then someone comes out with an acoustic guitar, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wasn't prepared for this.
Yeah.
We're already gonna hate the acoustic guitar.
They got to be so good if they're going to do that.
Do you remember when we did that open read? We did a show at open read. It was like everyone doing poetry, and we did comedy, and they were like mad. They were so mad.
yeah.
All the poets were so mad.
They were so mad.
Yeah.
Being a pro poet is the toughest, most unthankful
But
gig.
watching them talk
Who
shit.
likes that?
But they all talk shit about us. They all talk shit about us after. Because they'd be like, oh, we didn't know we had to be funny tonight.
Oh,
Like,
come
what?
on.
Yeah, like on stage they would go up with their poem, be like, well, this isn't gonna be that funny.
Just taking digs at us while we were like, we stayed and watched their
yeah,
poem.
But it's like, do your art. Like, do the thing that you came to do. Don't,
Yeah.
like, I just did the thing that I came to do.
Yeah.
We're one-upping you. We're not doing. I just needed people to hear these jokes.
Yeah.
It's just an open mic at Cafe du Soleil. Relax.
No, if you,
Yeah.
like,
Everyone's eating hash
there's
browns.
something that makes you mad when you're getting shit talked by a guy wearing a huge scarf, t-shirt, and you're like, bro.
A pickup artist?
You're like, bro.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
He's read The Secret.
Because that no, because that works in every other aspect of his life.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you see like comedy or like someone being authentic, it completely unravels it for everybody else. Mm-hmm. Like, have you ever seen a comedy show where there's like a bunch of like performed acts and then one authentic person.
Yes.
And then the rest of the show doesn't go well.
Yes.
Oh, because they got used to.
Yeah.
The crazy there's some shows where the audience is like, no, engage with us a little, and then people are just doing their rehearsed.
Yeah.
You're not feeling the beat.
Yeah. And then as soon as one person goes up and like shits on the guy in the front row or like calls attention to the light or something, then they start listening and they're like, oh no, we can't go back to a script.
Yeah. I always find that weird when someone starts. I mean, they say you should just start immediately with a joke.
Oh, sorry.
But when someone just is like, so airplanes suck, and you're like, just have a moment.
Yeah. Connect with us. I have a question I've been meaning to ask for years.
Oh.
Which is,
Wait.
some comics, what?
No,
You've only known us for like...
Yeah, but the question is existing.
I
just mean
sure.
comedians.
Okay.
Because I've been seeing this for like 6 years, and I don't understand it at all. Comics who are known to run the light,
Yeah.
and they just do it, and then everyone's mad, and then they just go back into the green room. What's that atmosphere like now?
Some people, it's...
Because what different. A dick move.
How much are they running the light?
10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty bad.
There's some guys who always do that, and you know it.
At least the nice part about that is, because now people don't really shit on people too much. When that person does it, you can shit on their act, you can shit on them.
Like on stage?
To them, too. Like, you're like, oh, I can't believe you stayed so long to bomb a little more. What was the point? Because they're never devastating the room.
Yeah.
It's
never
always
like...
It's because they're trying to leave on a laugh, and they just
think
sometimes,
so, yeah. Or they just have the idea in their head that they want to get that whole set out, and they don't really consider the time.
Do you feel like when you finish a set, you're like, oh, good? Like, I feel when I've finished a set, like, oh, okay, now I can have a good day
done.
now.
Yeah, I can handle it.
Yeah, it's certainly like a weight lift.
Yeah,
but
like I like performing, but I do feel the best after.
Yeah.
I don't like the before when you're faking interactions, when people are trying to talk to you and you're like, I don't want to be rude and say fuck off, but I also need to get in my own head about this, so I'm trying to like pace back and forth, but they just... Yeah. And they always want to talk about nonsense. They're what's going on? So you're in town for a while. You're like...
That's like...
Or they're pitching you their jokes.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't have time to edit your material.
Yeah, I can't think about your stuff. But I like on Comedian, the Seinfeld documentary, when he's like about to go on stage and that guy that works at the venue is like, hey, Jerry, can I get a picture? And he's like, not right now.
It's always...
I love that.
Hey, where's the bathroom? You're like,
what are you doing
I don't
back
work here.
Yeah. What's your day job again? You're an electrician?
Electrician, yeah. Work tools.
Do you ever have to go into someone's house and it's just disgusting?
Yes, but also, okay, so when I did residential, so now I do more commercial, so it's not stuff people live in. When we had to do house calls, it was always a surprise when I'd walk in their house.
Like for them?
Yeah, because...
Like they weren't expecting you?
Because in Victoria, not just that, but in Victoria...
But we have video on, right?
Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot of time where people are not going to meet someone of color, so they're very like, where are you from? I just end up talking to them about myself while the person I'm with is working, because they're like, so where are you from? How long have you been here? And they're very excited.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I can't just hang, like, because now my boss or the person I'm with is like, quit hanging out with the person who lives here.
Yeah.
We have work to do. And you're like, they keep asking me weird questions.
Yeah.
I get that when I see a white cab driver.
Yeah, you're just
I'm
shocked.
like, ooh.
You just have questions
What
for
led
them?
you here? Because he didn't lose it all and started. You're like, you started higher than where this is.
I wouldn't say that.
You started with more opportunity than where the...
You say that to him?
I mean, owning a cab is like a lot of money.
Yeah, but it's like... You don't grow up and you're like, I'm going to own a fleet of cabs.
Yeah.
Of those weird van cabs.
Yeah.
Where the doors, you don't know if it's going to open by itself or if you have
I hate
to.
that.
And if you fuck that up, they yell at you.
Yeah. Because they're like, no, I'll do it. And it's just slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're yelling at you through a closed window. No, I have it.
Turn off the meter.
Yeah. You can't run the meter for this part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when that happens, wait, I want to hear more about if you've walked in, it's just complete squalor.
And you have to pretend like it's not.
Just diapers on the ground and stuff.
The best is it's an atrocious house, and they go, take your shoes off. You're like, yeah. Oh, you don't want me to be safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time they're like, "Oh, could you please take your shoes off?" You're like, "This is garbage everywhere." I have had it where
You're gonna ruin my socks.
I had
Yeah, your feet come out filthier.
I had it where they had a meeting in their basement. They like something was going on, and I popped a fuse, and it took all the power and the lights off in the house. And I was like, "That's supposed to happen." It's the best because people don't know what you're doing, and they're like looking over your shoulder, and you're like, "Oh, I'm fucking this up."
Yeah.
It's because electricity's still so mysterious.
Yeah.
It's the only thing, like plumbing, you can be like, okay, that pipe isn't supposed to leak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people are very afraid of like getting. They think every electrocution will kill them. You're like, no, there's
Yeah.
certain degrees, and I'm not working. Like, you wouldn't be in the house if I was working on that.
Yeah.
That'd be insane.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. What about those places where if you have the microwave on and a hairdryer, it'll just shut all the power
I
down?
just lived in a place like that.
Yeah.
Why does that happen, Henok?
Because you're overloading the breaker. They're both on the same
Why
circuit.
is
Yeah.
a hairdryer and
Hairdryer
a microwave
pulls
the
a lot of
recipe?
power.
Because
Really?
they're
They're
both
like one of the biggest draws.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's weird.
And a microwave, actually.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's why usually they put microwave on its own.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is also funny when people don't realize. But you just flip the breaker back.
Yeah.
Because when it
Often-
trips, people think it's like a bigger deal. You're like, no, just flip back and don't do
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't have to do so. They.
Plus, people often think like each outlet is its own thing, but sometimes they like share walls.
Yeah.
Like, if they're on the opposite side,
I see.
it'll just be one line.
Okay.
I would tell everyone should get into the trades just for the learning how to use tools and dealing with those people and
Yeah.
realizing what you're like, oh, I should
Yeah.
maybe respect them a little more, but also educate them.
Okay.
The arguments. So I'm trying not to be. I want to be less of a piece of shit of a man, but like,
The
Yeah.
episode title is less of a piece of shit of a man.
but because okay, it's like you want to stop toxic masculinity, but then at the same time you're like, it's a lot of my identity, so it's very hard to. Do you know what I mean? Where you
Is it?
yeah, where so
Well,
like
it's your sense of humor.
no, that's not my comedy's not that, but scumbags really get along with me, and I know
No,
it's
that's
something
the
I'm.
title. Scumbags really get along.
But because I know it's something I'm doing. Because every time I meet someone who's like a real dirtbag, they're always like, "You're my guy." So I know it's a vibe I have.
But you are really fun socially to hang out with because you're excitable
Yeah,
and
okay,
you
that's
like
fair.
riffing.
That's fair,
So I think
that's
you can
fair.
actually get along with
Yeah.
anyone who wants to riff. But scumbags love to riff because they love telling dirty stories.
so like,
Yeah, you're also like a bottomless pit for hot takes.
oh,
Yeah.
that's
So
fair.
like,
Yeah.
no one people know that if they throw something insane at you,
Ignorance
it's
machine.
just gonna fall to darkness.
yeah.
Well, so I
you
had.
can't be offended. Also.
Yeah.
But this is a weird thing. I got put on a crew because they just wanted people who talked shit and like they
Yeah.
could work with. So I'd be talking shit with like 30 dudes on site. Like everyone's coming at me. I'm talking mad shit. But we start at 7 in the morning, so we're there at 6. And I had a bad morning where I'm like wasn't into it. Mm-hmm. And so as soon as I go in, people are just like, "Hey, what's up, you idiot?" Like whatever. Like they're going at. And so I guess I said something too mean. One of the guys goes, "What's wrong today?" I was like, "What?" He goes, "Get up," and he hugged me for 3. This is a
an ex-con.
This is a 6'3", 280-pound guy, and he's holding me.
Yeah.
And it did make me feel better, but it was funny to be like in front of all these like toxic dudes.
Yeah.
They're just like, he needs a hug today.
Oh, they get it. They
Yeah.
get it more than you
We
do.
ran our little friend too long.
Okay. All right.
But I'm trying to stop that. But I also don't want to because in that world you can say whatever you want
Yeah.
to any of these people. So we went to a McDonald's and
The greatest fast food restaurant
Yeah,
in the world.
always.
Go on.
Do you think in like 10 years, comedy clubs are just gonna be construction sites?
I hope so. Well, there's some progressive guys. Well, one guy was a vegan and everyone would call him gay. He's like, I just don't eat meat. He's like, I don't eat.
God.
Like, it was their big bit. Like, he'd pull out his lunch and he would just like, healthy food. They're like, look at this queer.
Oh my god.
Yeah, everyone loved, and he's
They're just so behind the times.
But he's like a
Great.
person I'm friends with.
Yeah.
Still, like,
Yeah.
I'll text him, we'll meet up.
Yeah.
But it's always very
The
funny.
homophobe, not the vegan.
He loves homophobes.
But it's a tip to the hat when you meet. You have to meet in secrecy. Like, one of the kids I work with was like, how do you take, like, mental health days? And I was like, just say you're sick.
Yeah.
Did you want to try that conversation? You're like, oh, I'm feeling depressed. They're like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
do you want us to make you work alone or
You
with
just call
people?
up Blue Monday.
Yeah, I was like,
You're
you're
like, don't come in for the rest of the week.
you're easier off saying just like you have a cold or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, so it's backwards in that sense.
Yeah.
And then they're like pretty supportive.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know
like-
why people ever divert from diarrhea.
Just say it. Like,
No, because
as
that's not enough to a lot of guys.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, just shit yourself in
How
the
many
job
guys?
site, bro.
How many electricians are just shitting their pants? Like, I had to come in. I couldn't take another day
Well,
off.
but like, my crew was like, the people I worked with, they wanted to be the toughest, where they'd be telling stories about being like I broke my arm and went back to
God.
work. You're like, why?
Yeah, that's not
Who's
impressive.
this for?
And it's not impressive to come to work sick, by the way.
No, but that's
Stop it.
But they like that. They're like, well, I'm miserable and
Yeah.
still here.
Yeah.
I broke my arm and made my boss $2,000.
I'll never be able to move it again, but at least he got that $2,000.
But that's the part. That's the part of toxic masculinity that gets shit done.
It's true. Yeah.
I wish this road work was over, and you're like, well, who's gonna work in this cold?
It's got a bunch of
Yeah,
homophobes out here.
For sure. Like
Yeah.
you want to work the hardest and the longest to get it done, to just be like, I'm the man. You're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. You know what's so funny is I've always felt that I've always looked down on guys who aren't in touch with their emotions and sort of expressing them. But I'm in therapy again. I realize I still have a big part of my personality where I don't want to come off soft
Yep.
to my guy friends.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, and I'm realizing that because I have a male therapist. And for the first time.
Oh, and
and
yeah.
I'm like,
And you just
but
constantly
I'm not-
fight
like,
him?
No, yeah. Just arm wrestling. He keeps trying to put his hand on my thigh.
You sit down and take your shirt off. He's like, what is that
What
about?
are you doing?
But it's weird when I'm talking about my like family
Kevvy,
issues.
are you flexing again?
I'll feel like, well, does this guy like think I'm like weak now? And it's like, what am I talking about? That's why I'm here, is to like get over these. And you know what I mean? Though I thought I'd gotten over that.
What
And
makes you
it's
comfortable? You're
different.
like, he's a nerd, though. You're like, you're a nerd.
He's
Right.
not though.
Yeah.
He says he swears so much, and he's in really good shape.
Oh, so you want to like match that energy?
I don't know what it is, but it's weird though, because when I had female therapists, I always wanted them to like me, and so I was like, I gotta have a guy therapist, so I don't care about
I
that.
think you need another therapist to deal with this therapy.
Who's,
Yeah.
He's like, who's she? He's like, no,
Yeah,
ignore,
no.
ignore her.
She's just taking notes.
yeah, ignore her.
That would be funny if I was like trying to open up to this therapist, and then he was like making fun of me.
yeah.
Ever tried not being a pussy?
It
You're like,
vindicates
what?
everything that you ever thought.
Yeah, get this guy out of here. Can I book next week? Nope. Yeah.
Cut your hair.
Yeah.
It's too hard to get out of that. Like trying to not be soft. Where you're like, no, this is a moment I can be sad. You know, you ever apologize? You're like, no, it's whatever. You're like, no.
Yeah.
I went through something.
Yeah, I deserve.
Sit in it,
Yeah.
take care of it, move on.
Yeah. I know. It's ridiculous.
But even now, yeah, I'll always be like, no, it's no problem. They're
Yeah.
like, what? They're like, 3 of your best friends just died in that car accident. You're
I
like,
said I want to go to work.
yeah, I'm gonna be there Monday morning.
Yeah.
ready to work.
Yeah. Make you that $2,000.
Make you that $2,000.
Yeah.
Well, a dude I work with, his dad was not feeling well, and I had seen him for a while, and I was like, oh, how's your dad doing? He's like, oh, he died on Thursday. I was like, what? He's just like, oh yeah. I was like, why are you here?
Yeah.
He's like, staying pissy.
Well, I get
God.
that in a way, because if something really traumatic happens and you're just by yourself stewing on it for a long time,
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
know that that's
But
a
you
healthy
don't.
move.
But you don't get away from stewing on it. Stewing on it is dealing with it. So if you just go to work, you're only prolonging the time where you.
But
do
also,
have to
like, a
deal with it.
physical
Yeah.
job is different. Like, when I worked physical jobs and, like, stuff would happen, I could, like,
Exhaust yourself.
exhaust myself
Yeah,
through
yeah.
it. Now that I have a desk job, I
Yeah.
can't do the same
You
thing.
can't do that in
because my
accounting?
mind is just constantly like,
Yeah.
you can do physical things while you're thinking about it.
Oh yeah, I've been going stir crazy while I've been here not working, where I'm just alone in. I was
But that's on you.
100% on me. But I spent so much time. I can understand how people fall in love with pets.
Yeah, just something around.
Yeah,
You get a lizard. That'll be like good starting.
those are
Like, you don't look at each other in the
that's
eyes.
third tier of
Yeah.
people. Iguana, parrot, ferret people are third tier.
Okay,
Like,
are
you
we ranking the pet hierarchy right now? I like
People with
this.
no pets
Where-
are number one.
What?
Then cat and dog people.
Where do you
Then
put snake people? Because I've been watching a lot of videos of people who own
You know what?
snakes.
I'll
I'm
put.
getting pretty into it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll put
Like, you want one?
Maybe get like a big python.
Yeah, okay.
snake and bird Well, I'll give them third, and then fourth I'll do ferret and.
Yeah, but what about
Oh, snake and bird are not on the same.
Wait a second.
Why not?
No,
What about,
birds
like, a
are
horse?
Trash.
What about a horse?
Oh, those people are. That's a different.
that's like
a
a
person.
rich person move.
Horse is a person.
They think of it like a brother, though.
Yeah.
No
Like
way.
they think of it as a sibling.
It's a lover or an extra power.
Dude, horses are so unreasonable.
You think so?
Yeah.
Just their size.
like
It's not.
for instance,
don't be
if you-
impossible about
if
it.
you drop a rope in front of a horse, it'll think it's a snake and it will fuck everything up.
Yeah.
And
They'll start
it-
kicking your fence. You got to repair it.
Yeah.
you have to approach them always from the left side and like touch them so they know you're
Yeah,
there.
that's the
Really?
crip side.
There's all these weird yeah. There's all these
So
rules
stupid.
though, and they're
Yes,
and
that's
they're
so
so like I growing up, my mom used to clean barns
Okay.
for extra money,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we
yeah.
had a dog, and the dog was like fucking with the horse, and it kicked it in the head. But it was a Rottweiler, and so it was just like back to fucking with the
Yeah,
horse,
yeah.
like yeah. They're unreasonable.
Plus, we give them brass knuckles.
Yeah. But
That's funny.
and you you're like petting them, giving them sugar cubes. You're like, you're the best.
Yeah.
And then you kill it and turn it
Yeah.
into glue.
Only child syndrome. Horses have only child syndrome.
That's true.
You're the greatest thing ever. They're like, I am.
Wait a second. When a horse is born, is it just one horse at a time?
Oh, you think there's triplets?
No, I'm just
No, I
asking.
think it's one.
for
I
sure,
think
yeah.
it's one.
Only child syndrome.
Yeah.
That's me.
Oh, you don't have. Did you grow up with cousins?
No, here's the thing. Here's what's fucked up is my parents got divorced when I was really young, and then my dad quickly moved in with a woman with 4 kids, and I had to sleep in the same bed as one
So you're
of them.
just making everything therapy now.
Yeah, I'm just talking to you
go on.
guys.
That's
Yeah. But don't you think it's like I have the weird only child problems and the too many siblings
How
problems?
old did that happen?
I was 6.
So you remembered the good days when you were like,
Yeah.
this was just about.
Well, that's
me.
when my parents were still together and not getting along, so I won't call them the good days, Henok.
I
Yeah.
guess. I mean, I don't know.
Therapy.
You know,
Therapy.
You put him like on speaker.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk to him. Let's really hash this out so my therapist can make fun of me.
do you
at my
still
next
know those
session.
siblings? No.
Yeah.
Are you cool with
One of
like
them's a rapper.
really? And you're like, I don't respect what you do. But I'll support you.
Yeah. No, it was cool because I went from having no siblings to suddenly having like an older brother kind of figure, and he showed me gangster rap at a very young age. Yeah, so that's how that ruined my life.
Yeah, I had a friend who had an older brother. Mm-hmm. So I grew up with an older sister, so nothing like crazy. But like we were all terrified of his older brother, and we would go in his room when he wasn't there.
Oh, that's the
and
move.
It was
move.
But like his room was blacked out. Everything was painted black.
Yeah.
He had like blacked out curtains, so we would go into pure darkness, being like, he's here or he's gonna come for us. And we'd find all these knives and like cool things.
Porn? That's what
No.
you're really looking for as a kid. Like, hopefully there's porn.
I think we just knew it was dangerous to go in there, but
Yeah.
no porn. I think maybe drugs, but we didn't know what they were at that point.
Just coke.
Just
on the table on a mirror.
But it's funny because I'll run into him
Yeah,
now.
you're like,
stuff.
gross.
Ugh, gross,
Where are the
Pat.
knives?
But you run
Where are
into
the
him.
comic books?
I run into him now as an adult, and I still have that fear of like going into his room. He's like, no, he doesn't even know about that.
Well, he's probably scarier now if he's still in there.
No.
He's still there.
Yeah.
That's one of the moments of being a kid is going into your parents' room and like snooping.
Oh, that's the move. Yeah.
When I was like 10, I went in to my mom's room and I was like going through all the shit and I found all of my baby teeth. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
That is a horror movie.
I was
that
so
Henok wouldn't
weirded
watch.
out.
No, I'm not.
It's like, bitch, are you making a necklace? What the fuck?
There's also no point in keeping all of that. Like one, maybe?
Don't keep any.
You can keep one.
Why?
Because we don't have kids, so I don't get the attachment. But I would assume.
What will you
She makes
ever
a necklace
do
out
with
of them
them?
and gives them to your wife to be.
Yeah.
Voodoo.
She's like, see, there were always kind of little chiclets he had going on in there.
Yeah, little shitty baby. Oh, it was so weirded out.
Does she have your brothers?
No, just mine.
Threw those
Oh,
out.
that's weird.
Those shitty ass teeth. She
You
buried
can
them in the backyard.
You can tell who the favorite sibling is, right? Like, that's a thing.
I thought she was making like a clone of me.
A voodoo
Like
doll?
what if I saw like a mannequin head and it had all the teeth, all the teeth pushed in, and like my hair clippings from haircuts.
Okay, time.
She misses you, so she made a really crude version of you.
Just like.
Okay, time out. Do you know how couples will get tattoos? Like a new relationship,
Like
or they're
matching
married.
ones?
Yeah, they'll have each other. On a scale of 1 to 10, how dumb do you think that is?
I think it's.
I've seen it
absolutely
backfire
dumb.
in the worst
Yeah.
way possible.
Of course, but like, my sister was talking shit about a friend who had done that, and they like split, and she's like, how dumb is that? But I was like, I don't think it's any more or less dumb than when you have a kid with someone and that splits.
Yeah, that's dumber.
Yeah, because it's in the exact...
Yeah, but no one's saying that that's not dumber.
No, but I'm saying we have more shame.
No one's like, they got a divorce, but at least they don't have tattoos.
No, but like, people have more shame with the people with tattoos, because anytime someone's like, can you believe he had her name tattooed? I'd be like, yeah, but at least it wasn't a kid.
Yeah, no, but like, it's not
Saving
so bad
grace.
if the tattoos make sense on their own.
No matter how... He could be Stephanie across his chest. I don't
No,
care.
no, like, if you both get the same, like, horse tattoo,
Yeah.
it's not as bad as if you get, like, their name or, like, half of a sentence.
I'm
You,
just saying,
like,
I'm
touch
just saying
shoulders.
that's less bad. Like, I would give them... Like, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. It's less bad.
Yeah.
Okay, one more question and let's wrap it up.
Was it?
You know
How
the
long have we been doing
segment
this?
is... We've done 46 minutes.
Oh,
You
wow.
know the segment where I ask people if they believe in ghosts and you hate when people believe in ghosts, so talk about how you hate when people
for
believe
it.
in ghosts.
Okay, I love that I'm doing this right now, because I always listen to the end.
Yeah.
I'm, like, nervous.
Why, are you gonna offend the ghost community?
No. So I grew up with a parent who believes like wholeheartedly in ghosts.
Yeah, Japanese mom?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a Japanese
yeah.
thing.
Wait,
Some curse shit.
your mom's Japanese, right?
Yeah.
Does she believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
Does she see ghosts?
She hasn't specified,
Oh,
but she's
interesting.
loosely afraid of things like that, I think.
Really? So
Yeah.
growing up, my mom would tell me like every week about different encounters she had with ghosts. Which, as a
Like,
child, is
just hap-
terrifying.
Yeah.
She'd be like, "Good night. If a boy walks in, don't give him cookies."
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
That's crazy.
So, I grew up with like not believing in ghosts, but like the understanding that some people truly believe that they see ghosts.
That's pretty mature for a kid to have that thought.
Well, because I never
believed in ghosts.
but I never saw them. But so like I assumed it was like certain people have that connection, and they just see it. So when I turned like 20, I started getting sleep paralysis,
Oh yeah.
which is like when your brain wakes up but your body is still asleep, like you're paralyzed. So your brain is so stupid that it tries to come up with reasons why you
Yeah.
can't move.
Which one of them is that there's a demon
One,
sitting on your chest.
literally, it
For real.
it
Really?
goes to
Yeah.
it skips like Boulder and like you're in quicksand. It goes straight to demon.
Yeah.
So like your mind is awake. You're still technically asleep, I think, but basically everything in the room still makes sense. Like you're where you are, you're not anywhere else. So it's like doubly scary that you think you're awake and then there's like a shadowy figure or whatever, a demon on your chest.
Yeah.
So that started happening when I was like in my early 20s, and I was like, oh shit. Like I got what she got.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what it was. I just thought like
Yeah.
some shit's coming.
My mom actually had
I opened
that.
the door.
You opened the door to hell.
Yeah.
What?
My mom actually had that where she got sleep paralysis but thought aliens were coming in the house.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same
That's
thing.
the worst thought I've ever...
Now, my mom doesn't believe in ghosts or stuff like that, but she believes in like she'll dream like she's like if I
Has
dream
premonitions,
it,
yeah.
yeah. So it's like
my
she
mom had that too.
believes in like weird stuff like that. But my best friend told me, because his mom maybe believes in spirits or something. He goes, if you invite them in like mentally, that's when they start showing up, and that always freaked me out because I'm like. So even if I agree that they kind of exist, then they start existing in my life. He's like, yeah, so
Yeah, dude, it's like Pennywise and It.
yeah. Don't.
Oh,
you
so
gotta
okay.
believe in
So here's why I don't like people who believe in ghosts.
Okay. Hit me.
So I was having these like sleep paralysis, and so I was like curious about what was going on because I was like, obviously I'm fucking dying. Demons
Yeah.
are very very close to me. They've crossed the plains, and now they're touching me in my sleep.
Yeah.
it's only a matter of time before they're touching me while I'm awake,
Yeah.
and then I have to jump off a bridge.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I was like Googling it and stuff, like how to not be haunted.
Yeah.
And I stumbled across sleep paralysis as
Yeah.
a thing, and I was like, oh shit! And I started reading about it. I was like, yeah, that's exactly what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started to think about like my mom's stories,
Yeah.
and like some of them sounded very similar. So I called her and I was like, "Hey, do you still get visited by ghosts?" And she was like, "Hell yeah!"
What? No.
Like all the time. And I was like, "Do you sleep on your back?" Because one of the things
Yeah.
with sleep paralysis,
yeah.
if you sleep on your back, it happens way more often.
Yeah.
And sometimes like people will get sleep paralysis once in their life and it'll never happen again.
Mm-hmm.
But other people have the gene where it like happens often, and like eating before bed and like sleeping on your back are two big things. She's like, I do both of those.
Yeah, and wearing
and I was
socks.
like,
Really?
yeah,
Oh, I just don't-
wearing
it's just not
constricting
comfortable.
clothing for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
So I was like, I just realized that it's like I've been getting sleep paralysis, and you probably have it too, because like you say you can't move, and there's like ghosts in the room.
Yeah.
And I was explaining it to her, like, hey, maybe you're not haunted after all this
Yeah.
time, and I was expecting her to like be happy about that,
Yeah.
and she was like, nah.
No,
It's
but
still ghosts.
that's
So
she
that's
likes-
why I hate those people, because
Yeah.
like you just want to believe
Yeah.
in ghosts.
No, some
Yeah.
people
You just want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
I
people
know.
like the ghost hunters and like you have to believe in all magic. If you believe in ghosts, you have to believe in everything.
Yeah.
There's no, but those people have limits to what they.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah,
then
what
why,
they accept.
why are they
problem
also religious?
The thing I hate about those ghost shows is when it's like, check out this surveillance footage,
Oh,
and
it's
it's like
nonsense.
a table, and then an action figure's like, and you're
Yeah.
like, see, I told you. It's like that's not good enough. That's easily faked.
Yeah.
There's like, it's not. How is this a show everyone watches?
No, but that's real though.
Yeah, that
That
action
part's real.
figure really
you know
got.
the other segment that I enjoy is when you ask people their phobias and no one's ever said homo. Every time you're like, "What are your phobias?" I'm like, "Please, somebody say homophobia." You're like, "Wait, it's in the
You
umbrella."
just did.
Do you have a
Remember.
phobia?
No, only because
He's not afraid of shit.
no, I do hate heights, but it's like every phobia is just your.
I think you're afraid of love.
No,
Yeah,
that's fun.
connection.
No, but every phobia is just boils down to you being afraid of dying that way. So we're just afraid of dying.
Yeah.
You're not afraid of sharks. You're afraid of a shark killing you.
I'm not afraid of dying.
I'm like, oh yeah, tough guy. I'll kill you today.
Yeah, dude, you're like 50 cents.
Yeah.
So
But that's anytime you're afraid of that thing. Well, what's the worst that'll happen in that thing?
No, I'm way more afraid of getting injured to like not be able to walk.
yeah,
than
that is
dying.
worse. I'd rather die.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love
sure.
that there's maybe even someone listening in a wheelchair and being like, oh, okay. Well,
That's true.
yeah, because you're like,
yeah.
oh, it's my mobility.
No, yeah,
And
you're
he's
right.
like, I live
I'm a
happy.
pretty
Yeah.
shitty person.
It's just like,
But that's the fear, because like,
That was
but if you
insensitive.
die, then it's like nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what though?
You're assuming.
never knew that
Let's
you
ask your
died.
mom about it.
That's true. A haunter.
No, I thought I would hate slow dying, but I don't think I would be as mad. Just like chilling in a hospital bed, people have to like.
Yeah.
Fit. You're gonna
Just like-
make it.
You just like play 2K for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and on that note, let's end it.
Wait, do you have any ghost
No,
stories?
I don't believe in ghosts.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
Yeah.
Now let's end it.
Now let's end it.
No, ghosts aren't
Fuck
real.
you, ghosts. That being said, the other night I woke up in the middle of the night and my house coat was hanging on my door, and I was like,
Oh, I still have moments where I'm like, yeah, something's going on.
yeah, I know. Huge pussy. Okay, bye. Thank you for listening to the Comedy Here Often podcast. I've been your host, Kevvy. Thank you to Henok and Steve for being on the show. Make sure to follow them on social media. Make sure to follow us on social media at Comedy Here Often on all platforms. And make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. We've got new content every week. Okay, thank you. We'll see you next week. Bye.